We're through most of week 3 and I've gone 10-5 on my predictions so far. Now we're starting off week 4 with the Seahawks at the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football. As a Seahawks fan, it has been a long time since I've been able to just sit back and watch this team actually take care of business against a bad team. Genuinely, I can't remember pummeling someone that bad since like 2020 against the Jets. As for the Cardinals, they couldn't beat McCorkle Jones. Enough said, I think the Seahawks win this one 24-17. Now for the Vikings at the Steelers, and this one's kind of a toss-up. I really don't know what to make of the Vikings, and stop me if you've heard this before, but the Steelers seem like the most mid-team to ever exist. I think the Vikings are slightly, but not really meaningfully, better than the Steelers, but it's played in Pittsburgh, so that's what makes it hard to decide. I'm just going to throw a dart at the wall and say the Vikings win 23-20. Next up is the Commanders at the Falcons, and that Falcons-Panthers game is really puzzling to look at. I mean, the Falcons pretty much outperformed the Panthers in every single statistical category except turnovers, which is a recipe to lose, but not a recipe to lose 30-0. I really don't get how that happened. The Commanders took care of business last week, and I think they take care of business this week, 27-20. Now for the Chargers at the Giants, and after actually being exciting for once against Dallas, the Giants went back to being the Giants. The Chargers are 3-0 now, and I don't think they stop there. I'm taking them to win this one 26-14. Now for the Titans at the Texans. The Titans look really bad. The Texans look mid at best. This is the quintessential AFC South game. I'm going to pick Houston 17-14. Now for the Eagles at the Buccaneers. And you guys have no idea the smile it put on my face seeing the stupid ass Rams lose the way they did. There is still good in the world. However, that game did reinforce the fact that the Eagles look very beatable, and there's no team they've struggled against more in the last few years than the Buccaneers. So I think Philly finally drops a game as the Bucs win 27-24. Now for the Panthers at the Patriots, and this is one of those games that I'm picking more off vibes than anything else. Obviously, I didn't watch the whole game, so I don't have all the context. But despite winning 30-0, it doesn't look like the Panthers did anything particularly special. I think there's a real possibility that they dominate the Falcons and then just fall flat. I'm picking New England to win this one at home, 24-20. And now for the Saints at the Bills. And if the Seahawks pummeled the Saints that bad, good luck with Buffalo. I'm taking the Bills 38-14. Next up is the Browns at the Lions. And the Browns shockingly upset the Lions' division rival Packers last week. But do I think they get back-to-back upsets against two of the best NFC teams? No. I'm going with the Lions in this one, 28-17. Now for the Jaguars at the 49ers. And the 49ers just might be the worst 3-0 team I've ever had the misfortune of laying eyes on. The Jaguars have had a solid start to the year, and they just got a leg up on the Texans. But do I really think they're that good? Not really. I honestly don't think it's far-fetched to say the Jaguars are better than the 49ers right now, but the 49ers getting a much-deserved loss feels too good to be true. I'm taking San Francisco in this one, 20-17. Next up is the Colts at the Rams. And I already mentioned it earlier, but man do I love seeing a team like the Rams get what they deserve. I just needed to gloat a little bit more real quick. But anyways, the Colts kept their bizarre win streak going. And of course, I expect them to finally drop a game when they're playing against my most hated team. That's just how this works. I'm picking the Rams in this one, 26-23. Now for the Bears at the Raiders, and talk about a coin flip of a game. I said I'd throw a dart at the wall for Vikings Steelers, but this one's even harder to predict. I will say I feel like I'm a little higher on the Raiders than I should be just because I'm biased as a Seahawks fan. I still believe in Geno. And one good game after all the floundering they've done for the rest of the season isn't enough to make me believe in the Bears. I'm going to pick the Raiders to win this one 23-21. Now for the Ravens at the Chiefs. And the Chiefs finally won a game. Let's be real, are the Chiefs even good this year? It would be all too fitting for them to finally return to form against one of the best teams in the AFC. But I'm going to roll with Baltimore to pick up the win here 27-20. And on Sunday Night Football, we have the Packers at the Cowboys. And the Packers losing to the lowly Browns is definitely the biggest shock from last week. However, I doubt they get upset twice in a row, and if the Cowboys couldn't even beat the lowly Bears, hell, if the Cowboys didn't even look like they belonged on the same field as the Bears, I don't see them beating Green Bay. I'm going with Green Bay 27-19. And finally, to start off a Monday night doubleheader, we have the Jets at the Dolphins. Another coin flip of a game. Tyrod Taylor led the Jets to a more than respectable 27 points. But do I think the Jets offense puts up that much production with a backup quarterback 2 weeks in a row? It's definitely possible, especially against an unimpressive team like the Dolphins, but I wouldn't bet on it. And as much as they've struggled this year, I just feel like a team as talented as the Dolphins has no business being this bad. I think the Dolphins pick up a win at home, 27-24. And to close out the week, we have the Bengals at the Broncos. And the Bengals just got absolutely obliterated by a Vikings team that doesn't even look that good to begin with their backup quarterback. Definitely not instilling much confidence in me, I'll say that much. The Broncos just lost another heartbreaker, but even though they're 1-2, both of their losses are against winning teams, even though it feels weird saying that about the Colts. And those losses were by a combined 4 points. I still think the Broncos are a good team, and I expect them to win this one 27-17. And there's all my picks. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.